And welcome back to Black Renaissance. Diversity in tech starts with kids. An organization called the Social Engineering Project has been working with kids of color, making sure they learn the basics of math, science, chemistry, and engineering, overall STEM. Here to tell us more is the founder, Kevin Nichols. Welcome to Black Renaissance. It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
We've had you on the show before, and it's great to have a friend back here on the desk. I want to talk to you about the Social Engineering Project. We've seen a lot of nonprofits over the years cropping up all over the Bay Area, making sure that young children of color learn coding and that sort of thing. But your program really targets them at a young age to instill a love for STEM, for science, technology, engineering, and math.
Correct.
How does it do that?
Well, our philosophy is that we focus on the actual core curriculum, so to speak, of getting kids interested in math and science at an early age. So coding is great for going into a trade, but it doesn't really prepare you to go through college, get past Math 1A, Chemistry 1A, Physics 1A, and then actually graduate and go into the STEM field with a degree. So our focus is on that, so we start that at a very young age.
Okay, and what age are we talking about?
We're talking about 5th and 6th grades. We do a middle school camp at Stanford called Science in the City, where we take about 50 students and expose them to about 16 different science experiments throughout the week, which most kids will probably get 16 experiments throughout a year in traditional public school. So it's a very intensive program and gets them exposed to chemistry, physics, and things like that.
How important is it to just put a child in that environment so that they even know that it's there and have an opportunity to discover their love for technology?
Well, oftentimes students don't recognize where science is in their life presently. So it's kind of like getting to step down and take a pause. So one of our actual labs, we focus on Flint, Michigan. So we have a VR where we show actually in the homes in Michigan turning on a water faucet and seeing dirty water coming out of the faucet. And then the students build water filtration units, so they're able to segregate out the dirty water from the clean water. And then we teach them how to lobby their local officials on how to deal with the lead that still remains in the cup. So it's a very different model of exposing kids to things that are in their natural environment, but also empowering them to take action.
Absolutely, a little bit of activism mixed in there as well.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's not the only program. You have a number of different programs.
Correct. We have several programs. Another program we have is called the Overnight Camping Conference, where we take about 120 kids camping, and we have tech companies come up and teach them what they do for a living. So it's a situation where we do this all over Northern California. We take students from Sacramento, San Jose, and Oakland. As long as you can get to a bus stop, pretty much, of one of our buses, you can attend the camp. And then tech companies come up and teach them about their careers so that students are exposed to different things that they didn't know really existed. And our last program that we do are our global hackathons. So last year we partnered with an organization called the African Teen Geeks. It's an organization in South Africa, and they brought us in with the United Nations to stop basically human trafficking and cyber theft. So we have high school students from all over the world competing against coming up with apps or a website to fix these problems. And we organize the local United States team to compete and represent our country at this hackathon.
That's fantastic, and working with the UN as well, and also just sort of, it sounds like exposing young people to the world, really, just to how tech impacts them globally as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So we've got a robust pipeline of programs, and then also looking at expanding and replicating what we're doing in different areas in the next couple of years. So maybe Los Angeles, maybe DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Those are two main sites that we're looking at expanding to. So fingers crossed and prayers up that hopefully we're able to make that happen.
Absolutely. You would like to see this model spread all over the country if possible.
Yes, and we're working with local elected officials, primarily through the Congressional Black Caucus's emphasis on the Diversity in Tech 2020, to bring our programs where our elected officials are.
When we talk about diversity in tech, a lot of times we wind up focusing on some of these major tech companies and what their role is, but there is also this grassroots role as well, where we are targeting these young people.
Exactly, and with tech companies, it's a situation where, yes, you can write a check, but we also want you to impart some wisdom to our students, expose them to the types of things that you're doing now, because by the time they get out of college, those types of things won't be around, but they will have evolved. But if they understand the fundamentals of what it is that you're teaching them, then they're able to adapt later on.
Absolutely. It sounds like it's a matter of them not only writing a check, like you said, but investing in young people.
Exactly. We don't necessarily want just to, I guess, buy our product. We want you to build our product, and that's what we're asking for investors, foundations, and companies to really look at partnering with us on that level.
Okay, it's great work you're doing. I'm so excited to hear about it, and I look forward to hearing more about you spreading far and wide all over the country. Thank you so much for joining us,
You're
Kevin
welcome.
Nichols.
Thank you for having me.
All right, for more information about the Social Engineering Project's programs, you can go to their website, thesocialengineer.org. And coming up, Steve McQueen when BR returns.